Hi and welcome to another Create Today video. I'm designer Jen Gallacher and we're going to be using the Beloved collection from Fancy Pants Designs. And before we get started, I wanted to show you what this collection includes so that you can decide what items you think would work best for your projects. There is a lot to choose from in this collection, and there are things from ephemera to pattern paper to stickers that are going to make any of your projects really special. This is their ephemera pack and it includes lots of different colors. One thing that I love about this collection is that it has an unexpected dose of yellow in it, which makes it very fresh and fun. These are the pockets. There's 3 large and 3 small. Clothespins with decorative paper and sayings on them. These are the frames. You can see they come in a variety of styles and shapes. These are the title pieces. These can stand alone or can work for card bases. I always love their decorative bags. Again, 3 large, 3 small. Tags are a weakness of mine. These are beautiful. This particular kit includes both buttons in chipboard and standard button sizes, as well as some fun chipboard shapes. And you can see they have completed projects on some of the back of their packaging, which gives you some great ideas. If you like the large tags, then you'll probably love the small tags as well. These are all the tag shapes you get with them. And then these metallic flare badges. Now this is the collection kit and it comes with so many different things in it. It comes with pattern paper, stickers, as well as corrugated cardstock. So let me show you what it contains. Like I said, it includes in this collection a fun dose of yellow, which just makes it way more usable for anything, even outside of Valentine's. You could do anniversary, or you can concentrate on some of the papers that are a little bit more open and free that you could use for any project you want. But I just really think they nailed it with this particular collection. Love the watercolor hearts. Such a fun trend. A great wood grain. Little details like thinking about highlighting one specific element on a pattern paper just really makes their pattern paper special and fun to work with. On the backs of some of these papers, they have a light linen looking finish, which almost looks like cardstock but is in thin. Again, I mentioned they have corrugated cardstock in a fun red. It pulls kind of a poppy red and then a nice stone gray. And then these stickers are all included, as well as the corrugated cardstock, in the collection pack. There's a small sticker set, border strips, which could replace washi tape if you wanted to use these instead of washi tape. This is a great idea. A large alpha sticker sheet, and then an alpha sticker sheet that includes small alphas as well as some embellishments that you could add and some word stickers. So we're going to use this collection today for creating some cards, and whether you celebrate Valentine's Day or you just want to give something to someone that you love, this is a great collection for that purpose. So for the first card, we're going to start with the envelope base. Now, one thing that you can do that's fun with cards is that you can just decorate the envelope portion and you can place a special note inside. So we're going to start with this large teal dot envelope. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap around some of this white crochet twine. You could use baker's twine or you could use ribbon. And depending on how thick your note is that you place inside will determine how much you can wrap the string around. But I have a flat note, so that is easy to do. And then you want to make sure that you tie your bow on the left side. To the top of that, we're going to add this pink heart bag, and it is going to be placed right on the right side of the envelope. Now inside the bag, we're going to place this Cupid tag. Now you could do additional note here or writing. I'm simply going to slip it inside for right now, just so that it peeks through. Then on top of this, I'm going to add one of the smaller tags, and I'm going to use the watercolor heart tag. And we'll layer it over all but the bottom hearts and a few at the top. Then from the ephemera pack, I wanted to match some of the watercolor effects, so I'm going to use the yellow heart. And I want to overlap this gray heart, but I want it to stand out a little bit. So I'm actually going to use some adhesive foam dots on the back of it so that it stands up a little bit. Again, this is the envelope, so I can layer as thick as I want. This would obviously have to be a hand-delivered card rather than one that you mail, unless you put it in a padded envelope. You see that I've covered that gray heart. Then I'm going to take one of the chipboard pieces from the chipboard and buttons sticker set, and to the top, to match some of the other places that have twine, I'm going to add a little bit of twine. So there's going to be a lot of twine on this particular project, which is fine. That adds some fun texture. Again, you can mix it up by removing some of the twine from some of the envelopes or tags and using ribbon instead. You can switch out your fibers to get the look that you want and to customize it. But I'm using some twine to match what is already there. And then we can add some additional adhesive right down the center of that heart and place it on top. Now to this you could add some additional embellishments. You could do a few of the buttons. And there's a heart button as well. And you can leave the foam intact or you can remove it and use glue dots instead to hold these items in place. It just depends if you like the raised look or you like your elements to lay flat. If you remove the foam, you could thread some twine through these as well. That is an option. And then if you add a glue dot and it's a little bigger than the element, you simply fold it around the element and stick it down. So there is our first card, and we have used an envelope as the foundation for creating this card. Let's create another one. So for the second card, I'm going to make a traditional card that includes a standard craft card that is already folded in half. And how I determine if this is the best foundation for my card is that when I pick the pattern paper I'm going to use, if the pattern inside is rather busy like this one, then when you fold it in half, I don't really want this for the inside of my card. Now you could do this if you use this side of the card for your card base, and then this was your interior card, because this would make a beautiful card interior, but this is just a little bit too busy for my style. So I'm going to add this to the front of a craft card that is already made, making it easy to then open it up and include whatever sentiment I want. Now I showed you at the beginning of the video these fun border strips, and I want to show you something fun that you can do. When you have a chevron like this, you can follow the design and trim off the bottom part to create your own fun chevron strips. This is, like I said at the beginning, a great way to substitute out for washi tape. So this collection doesn't have tape, but it does have these great stickers. You can also take any of the designs and cut them at a diagonal if you prefer. You could even use some decorative scissors that have a scallop edge or whatever you like to kind of cut them at an angle. And again, I'm just trimming them off the top. And I usually like to layer 3 different colors or styles. And then I try and salvage the rest of the sticker by placing it back on to the background so that I can come back and use that later. So again, we're just kind of layering the 3 different designs. And you can move them until you get them exactly how you want. And again, trim off the top. Now for the main part of the card, I am going to be using a die cut from the ephemera pack, but I love the twine look, so I want to add a little bit of twine to the card first. So I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Light pink or gray would also be beautiful with this particular collection kit colors. So if you have baker's twine or crochet twine or ribbon in those colors, that would be a fun look. You could also add some metallic silver, which would be beautiful on this project. So we're going to center this right in the middle of those cut cut border strips, and we're going to layer a little bit more at the top because I'm going to add an additional die cut. You can trim off any of the excess twine. Now this particular die cut says, "Hello, my name is," and I'm going to add this other die cut from the ephemera pack that says, "Love to love you, baby." And like we did on the last card, I'm going to give it a little bit of dimension. Now if you're going to add pop dots, you'll probably need to use a padded envelope if you mail this card. If it's something that's going with a gift, you can simply slip it inside the gift bag or tape it to the top of the gift box, and you won't need to worry about that it is dimensional. Or you could leave off the foam strips and do this as a more flat card. So then at this point we can add some additional embellishments, again going back to this fun ephemera pack that includes buttons and different brads and things. We can add arrows to the card. We can do this with some glue dots, or you can add more foam to the back if you want it to be dimensional. It's completely up to you. If you do add foam, just make sure that it doesn't show on the front when you turn it over. So it just depends if you want it to lay flat or have some dimension. And then to the top I can add some of these fun tags that are already from the sticker sheet set. And you can just continue building layers until you have it exactly how you want it. You could also pull some items from the sticker sheet that includes alpha. I do like to include a few different layers when I create cards like this. So there you have a card that uses a traditional card background to create a card. For our third and final card, I wanted to show you a fun variation on a traditional card. And that is something that you could either leave out for your child, maybe on their bed, or something that you might be able to put in their lunchbox, just something non-traditional that is fun, especially for kids to receive. And actually any grown-up or teenager would like to receive this as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with one of the card bases. It's already ready to go and decorated, which makes this process really easy. And then you pick a photo of your child or the person that's receiving it that you love. And I decided to make this flat, so we will just add this right on top of the card. Now, if the card does not have a message, you can add any message you want. I'm going to add some clothespins to kind of give it some dimension, and you can add thicker embellishments like this because it is going to go elsewhere and not just in a flat envelope. So you have a couple of options with dimension here. To the top of the chevron border, I'm adding a flare badge. And then I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of these ephemera hearts. And we'll place them right on the card as well, just to bring in some of the red. Now you can write a personalized message on the back of these cards by just telling your child or the person that's receiving it how much you love them. And then again, you can place them somewhere where they can find them. And this can get as dimensional and heavy as you want because it's not going in an envelope. Thank you for joining me for today's Create Today video. Be sure to subscribe to the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of these fun videos.